It was an action-packed night last night in the Champions League. But guess what, guys? There was a small matter of Hibs free, Aberdeen free. And why I want to talk about this, because obviously, you know, Rangers were 8 points behind Aberdeen, now with a game in hand. I don't even know when that game in hand comes into play. Alright? But obviously you win it goes down to 5. And let's just turn this, let's talk about this, like, let's flip the tables, whatever. It's like, right, this is how, I don't want anyone using this as a positive. Oh, Aberdeen get beat, that's brilliant. No, it's pathetic is what it is, because we shouldn't be in this predicament. I mean, that's everyone our game in hand. And by the way, watching us right now, I can't see any wins. And you know, I've had loads of people on this channel comment on streams, comments, you know, whatever, on posts, say like, oh, you know, you need to reel in your expectations, you're not battling Celtic, things like that, right? And yeah, maybe there is people that need to wake up. Maybe we need to curb our enthusiasm, curb our expectations, right, and all that good stuff. But not the reality. Yeah, you can do all that, right? Because I'll admit it, man, I didn't predict us to win a league title this season. Everyone knew that deep down we couldn't, but it was a rebuild. Yeah, we're not going to win the league, but we'll give a good go of the cups. We'll finish second, but hopefully we can see something. What's actually happened is that, yeah, we're in the cup final, but I mean, realistically get no chance. We're a million years behind Celtic, and we're behind Aberdeen. The standards can fall, and you can accept, yeah, we're not going to catch Celtic within a couple of months, right? But yeah, hopefully a couple of years, you know, a year or two, you can get somewhere close to them. 3, 4, 5, you can get somewhere a wee bit closer. But that's behind Aberdeen pish, because you just know, man, there's going to be happy clappers out there. I think there's not many to choose between them right now. Between, just don't happen, then you're choked outside. Right now, there's not many to choose from, because, I mean, honestly, if you're not Clement out at this stage, then what are you? I think it's beyond the happy clap stage, man. Your hands must be non-existent from clapping. But it's like, you just know that Clement is going to, in his presses, well, you'll know, I don't know why I'm doing the Arsene Wenger voice, but he kind of, you know, he's got that kind of Arsene Wenger tone about him. Although, dare I say, Arsene Wenger was a better manager. Anyway. Odale. Rapido, let's speed this up. So, yeah, I mean, Clement, he will turn this into a positive. You just know when we claw back in front of Aberdeen. I think under Clement there is a real possibility that we don't even finish third. Like, I genuinely think that, because it just, like, there's nothing getting better. Like, yeah, January comes, you might get rid of a few people and bring in a few loans that might improve the team or whatever. But, I mean, there's no guarantee you're going to finish second. The season's up in the air right now, but you just know if we do, he's going to try and spin it into a positive, because he's spun a million things worse. We should never be in the predicament that we are in right now, like looking light years behind Aberdeen. I mean, Aberdeen have picked up 1 point in their last 2 games. Well, guess what, folks? We've picked up 4 in the last 2 games, and we're being brutally honest, it could have been a lot less. Could have very easily been 2. So, I mean, that just shows out to me how far the standards have fallen. I think most people have accepted, yeah, it's going to take at least a good few years to, you know, consistently compete with Celtic, right? But what we cannot accept is what's happening with Aberdeen, and I think we've just got a board in place, and, you know, the hierarchy, and we've got a manager that just seems to think that if we claw the gap back to Aberdeen this season and, you know, scrape past them and get second, that'll be acceptable. It's not acceptable, man. It is absolutely not acceptable. You know, and it's like, at least if we were 8 points behind Aberdeen, but there was youth injected into this team, and we were playing good football, and we had, you know, we were a wee bit unlucky. And there's, you know, you make your own luck in football, I think. And what's happened with Rangers recently, so we're scraping games. I think we're the team that's actually getting lucky. You know, we're winning 2-1, 1-0, those sort of games. It's like, eventually they're going to end in draws, folks. And that's exactly what is going on. It has ended up 1-1, that Dundee United game. So, I mean, basically the whole point of this video is like, if we let the standards fall between, like, you know, narrowly beating Aberdeen to second, and then, like, even the talk about the Dundee United game, like, Robbie Savage, like, he doesn't really get Scottish football, but it's like, yeah, it was third versus fourth. Well, a 1-1 draw's alright. Are we seriously letting our standards fall at this club where it looks like on paper it's the third best team against the fourth best team, so therefore it's alright if it's a draw? Like I said, I can't even remember what I said, it probably was a stream, like, that's alright in the Premier League. You know, if Chelsea go to, you know, Chelsea are at home to, like, Arsenal or whatever, right, and they draw one each, or Aston Villa draw one each with Tottenham. They're fine results. Like, yeah, they want to win, obviously, but it's like, see up here, man, it's completely different. Like, if Rangers don't pick up 3 points in every game against like every team outside of Celtic, it's always going to be seen as some form of disaster. Now, obviously, draws at Pittodrie and Tynecastle, if you get a stroke of luck and you might get a late goal, or you were doing the 10, they can obviously seem better than others. But drawing at home at Ibrox, it's no good enough against anyone, in my opinion, unless it's in Europe. I'm not going to pretend that last season's 3-each draw was a morale victory. I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong with arguing you got away with one, because Celtic could have very easily won the game, but the celebrating was pathetic. The scraping past St Johnstone this season and celebrating like we'd won the World Cup was also pathetic. I just think after years of failure, the fans have come accustomed to it, and the standards are dropping even lower than what many of us thought they could have dropped to. So yeah, Aberdeen have dropped points, folks. If you want to see more fallout on that, check out Fog Football. There's going to be an Aberdeen fans react and a Hibs fan reacts, but I think it's safe to say the Aberdeen bubble has well and truly burst. They were pretty unlucky last night, but I think a draw was the fair result, if I'm being honest. Anyway, troops, that's Big Stevie Cool signing out here. I mean, when's this weather going to get better, folks?